What's up, party people? It's 1 o'clock on a Friday. Okay. I'm just wrapping up some lunch. Had a bunch of fruit in here. Had some mamey sapote, some figs, some keat mangoes. Keat mangoes are on fire right now. Okay, let's grab one of these right here. Keat mangoes. These are on fire. Okay. Talking about supplementation today. If you know, maybe consider mango part of your supplementation routine. Let's talk about it. So let me know where you're coming from. What type of diabetes are you living with? Drew's coming to us from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad to have you with us. Let's see. What else do I have in my background here? This is a papaya. Good papaya. Meridol papaya, or also known as Mexican papaya. It's got some give. It's got some give, right? You don't want to open up a rock hard papaya. It's not going to go so well. All right, we have Beth from Erie, Pennsylvania, type 2. Tyler, Pennsylvania, welcome. We have Smorden, Ottawa, type 2, welcome. Kathy, Eureka, Illinois. We got Paula from West Palm Beach, Florida. We have Lee from Texas, type 2. Excellent. Excellent. Great to have you with us. Super excited. All right. We got Denmark. Denmark. All right. We have Klaus. Yep. Gotcha. All right. Paul, type 2, Orlando. Excellent. We have Lynn from the Philippines, type 2. Welcome. Kathy, New Jersey, type 2. Kathy's another Kathy, different Kathy. I'm not sure. It's hard to keep track. It's so fun. But guys, today we're talking about supplements. Okay, so I'm going to be referencing our book. All right. So if you've read the book, would love to hear your feedback in the chat box. I also just love hearing you guys share about your wins. I love hearing any wins you've had in the past week. Wins you've had the past month, the past 6 months, the past 10 years. We'd love to hear about, what wins you're having with a low-fat, plant-based whole food diet, with the Mastering Diabetes method. But the information we're going to be covering today is going to come from this book. And you can get this book anywhere books are sold. You can get this book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. We read our own audiobook, which was super fun. It was a really fun process to get to do that. We actually added some extra material in the audiobook that's not in this book. There was a little extra science we threw in there because the printed version had been locked when we had to read the audio. Some time had passed. We put in some information at the front of each chapter. It was really fun. Rebecca lost 7 pounds in 6 weeks. That's fantastic, Rebecca. I love that. I love that. Speaking of weight loss, I do want everybody here to know, if you would like our special guide, all right, we have 4 tips to help you maximize your weight loss, then you could get that by just typing in the words yo-yo in the chat box, okay? So it's 4 tips to finally lose weight and stop yo-yo dieting for good. Just write yo-yo in the comments. We'll get that so you can have the same results that Rebecca's had. If anybody else here watching, if you've lost some weight, love to have you share that in the chat box. Kathy lost 5 pounds in a month. That's great. That's more than a pound a week. That's what we're looking for. Mamta Jaya says A1C 7.2 to 6, and you lost 30 pounds. Okay, that's fantastic. That's what the Mastering Diabetes method is all about, guys, helping you reverse insulin resistance and drop that excess weight. So just put that comment in the chat box, and we'll get it to you. And we're going to get to our question, our topic of supplements in a moment here. But I'm loving the wins. I'm loving the wins. That's what it's all about, guys. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to see if we actually have this in the index of this book. Do we? Let's see. Not exactly sure. I don't know if we did put a whole section on that in here. I don't think we did. Okay, so we're going to skip around then. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, we're going to start at the top, okay? We're talking about supplements, all right? We're talking about supplements today. And we suggest that when you First, let me start with this. Okay. Finally under 200 pounds. You lost 26 pounds since April. Beth, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. I love it. Colleen, A1C down from 7.8 to 6.4 in June, but the weight's just not budging. Okay, Colleen, make sure to get that guide. Type in yo-yo. So we've actually launched an entirely new course. It's a new coaching program. And so you can get into the Mastering Weight Loss program if you want to. If you want more, but the best thing to do is get that guide. But for people where it's not budging, we got some stuff for you. Marilyn lost 18 pounds since July 3rd. She's in small group coaching and she's using Amla Green. That's fantastic. Okay. So yeah, put yo-yo in that chat box. Amla Green is the world's best tasting supplements. So you can get Indian gooseberries into your diet. So, right. So that's a fun topic. We're talking about supplements today. The Amla Green is a tea that includes Amla powder, also known as Indian gooseberries. And we actually talk about that in the book. I should read about that in this book. Let's pull that up just for funsies, right? So what page is that going to be on? That one, this the index is not coming through for me right now. I could search in the book. That's what I could do. Pull up Adobe. But Amla Green is powerful, powerful stuff, okay? And there's actually another live right after this. Cyrus will be on the Amla Green Facebook, and you can check it out. So that's cool. In the chat box, let me know if you guys are using Amla, okay? Would love to know. Love to know. All right? So what we do is we have a section in the book here. It's called Add Medicinal Plants to Your Breakfast. Okay, so medicinal plants, supplements, whatever you want to call it. The number one additional medicinal plant that we would recommend to start with is Indian gooseberries. And that's because they are the most antioxidant-rich whole foods on the entire planet. And they've been studied extensively. I'm actually going to read about this, okay? So this is what this section of the book says. Right, we're talking about this book today, Mastering Diabetes. All right. And actually, I should put it a little more over here. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to read this section to you all. It says, beyond green light foods, there are specific medicinal plants with measurable glucose lowering and insulin mimicking effects. Including these plants in your daily regimen can make a big difference in your blood glucose control. They also possess potent antioxidant, cholesterol, and lipid lowering activity. The most well-known glucose lowering plants include, Sylvester, bittermelon, berberine, sea buckthorn, fenugreek, and amla. Okay, so these are all. You could call them supplements. You can call them medicinal plants, whatever you want to call them. These substances have been studied, and the benefit is real. Okay, we got into Amla many, many years ago because we had clients, just like somebody who had mentioned earlier, like, oh, something wasn't budging, right? They're doing a lot of things well, but it just wasn't budging. This happened to us particularly with some few clients when it came to cholesterol. Okay. And then we did some research. We came across Dr. Greger's information on the topic of Amla and Indian gooseberries. And we're like, wow, why don't you try it? And we got some clients to try it and they had extraordinary results. But the problem was it just tastes terrible. It's very, very, very bitter. Like, it's just not good. And so we're like, how do we get this palatable? How can we get it in your diet regularly in a way that actually tastes good? And we're like, well, a lot of people drink tea. Let's see if we can mix it with other medicinal plants in order to see the benefit, right? So like, can we add medicinal plants and get the amla in consistently? Because as you know, at Mastering Diabetes, you hear us say it over and over and over again. Consistency is the name of the game for everything you're doing when it comes to health. And that includes consistently getting in the amla, okay? And so drinking a tea is a fantastic way to do that. If you're a coffee drinker, There is an amla coffee now. That's an option too. It's just 2 ingredients. Okay. And that's good stuff. So you'll be able to learn more about amla on another Facebook Live in about 17 minutes. It's just go to Facebook and type in Amla Green, AMLA Green. That's how you learn more about that. But let me continue this section. So amla is a particularly potent plant that we've incorporated into the Master Diabetes Method. It's the world's most powerful antioxidant-rich food, boasting 75 times the antioxidant power of goji berries, 50 times the antioxidant power of blueberries, and 2 times the antioxidant power of fresh turmeric. Amla has been shown to be more effective than some pharmaceutical medications in reducing blood glucose, cholesterol, and blood pressure, and is considered to be the most powerful cholesterol-reducing food on the planet and one of the most powerful anti-diabetic foods on the planet. Okay? It's powerful stuff. There's more in the book on the topic, but I want to move on to the next supplement here. So it's our recommendation that number 1, you always be in touch with a qualified physician who can order blood work and help you analyze your blood work. If you don't have a good doctor, then we recommend an organization. It's called Love Life Telehealth. Okay? Love Life Telehealth. That's your best place to find a plant-based doctor who truly understands the Mastering Diabetes Method. That's where you got to go. All right? So they will order the right blood work. But it's our belief that supplement decisions should be based on blood work. These should be objective decisions that should be made with a qualified professional. Okay? This is not a game that we recommend you just walk into the supplement store and start like buying things because the salesperson said so, or your friend said so, or TikTok said so. Like, that's not a good idea. Work with a qualified professional, understands your entire health picture, the medications you're using, the conditions that you have, the goals that you have, and be smart about it. So with that said, most often people take B12, or we recommend that people take a B12 supplement on a regular basis. Okay? That's also covered in detail in the book. But a B12 supplement is a yes from our perspective. And that, if you look into the research on the topic, that's whether you're following a vegan diet or a non-vegan diet, whether you're following a plant-based diet or an animal-based diet. It doesn't really matter in that case. The research shows that supplementing with B12 is a good decision. So that's number 1. Now, let's talk about the next one that's very, very on top of people's minds when it comes to vitamins and supplements is vitamin D. Okay? So vitamin D. Let's see, 107 to 108. I'd like to show it like in the actual book. Let's see. No, that's not it. All right, we'll have to search in my software again. All right. Vitamin D. Okay. Vitamin D. Here we go. So this is page 177 of the book. 177. Okay. And this section is called What About Fat-Soluble Vitamins? Okay. Right here. What about fat-soluble vitamins? Right there. Big question on our program. People are very concerned about that. So we go through all of them. We talk about vitamin A. We talk about vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. Okay, then we talk about, can you absorb fat-soluble vitamins? And we have a whole B12 section, okay? So here's what I want to say on the vitamin D. Bottom line is that this is the conclusion. We suggest you maintain a 25 OH vitamin D level of 20 nanograms per milliliter or higher. Based on routine lab tests, your health history, and your current state of health, we recommend working together with a plant-based physician to decide how to optimize your vitamin D level using a combination of sun exposure and supplementation if necessary. So vitamin D, we want you to do everything you can to try and maintain a healthy level and overall good health by getting sun exposure. And again, everybody's different. Everybody's nuanced. Maybe that's not actually possible for you, okay, based on where you're located, all right? Then we need to explore the potential supplementation. We have to do the right supplementation. This is stuff you work on with a qualified professional, okay? So we covered vitamin D. We covered B12. Now, the next most common question that we get is, what about like omega-3 supplementation? What about fish oil? Okay, so we have a whole section on that. And let's see here. Which section is that going to be? I'm going to make sure you guys know exactly what that is in the book. Omega-3. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's going to be page 172. Let's see what we got. 172. Very important topic. All right. It's called Understanding Essential Fatty Acids. All right. So if you this book has over 800 scientific references. Okay. And it's really, really deep, really, really powerful. So if you want to like get deep into the science on all these topics, this is the place to go. But this whole section and then we have this whole section, is essential fatty acid supplementation necessary? All right. And so we go into all these details. We actually share our personal results. Okay. And it's really fun. There's a lot of in-depth information here. But the bottom line is, your body was designed to be able to thrive off of foods that are great for humans, right? We have like a species-specific diet. Every species on the planet knows exactly what to eat and doesn't question themselves or anything like that. There's no questioning what to eat. Only humans have this problem, okay? So when it comes to your omega-3 status, so the main thing that people are concerned about is DHA and EPA. EPA and DHA, okay? So there's essential fatty acids that are converted into EPA and DHA, okay? So what benefits your overall health is to focus on optimizing the conversion rate. Your body is designed to be able to make that conversion rate. And you can get this tested. Again, when you're working with a qualified plant-based doctor, they can help you get the right tests and interpret them properly. It's not always easy to interpret these tests when the tests are done on non-plant-based eaters. That's where a qualified health professional comes in to help you with that interpretation. Okay? Where's a reputable brand of vitamins? We don't actually recommend any particular brands. So again, if you're working with a qualified health professional, everybody, I really believe this. My doctor is from Love Life Telehealth. Her name is Dr. Miller. Everybody should have a doctor that you trust, that really understands you and can help you get the right brands for the vitamins that you may or may not need. Okay? That's the truth. Have a qualified professional that you trust. If you have a doctor that you just don't trust right now and you're kind of just using them just to get blood work or something, you're missing out on an opportunity to optimize your health. And Love Life Telehealth is that opportunity for you. So you want to focus on the conversion. You want to make lifestyle choices that improve your body's ability to take the essential fatty acids you're consuming in your whole foods. All whole foods. Man, that mango smells good. All whole foods have essential fatty acids. Now, we have an insurance policy in all the recipes in our book. Our breakfast recipes include a tablespoon of ground flax seeds or ground chia seeds. And that right there, for men and women, either one of those will help you meet your essential fatty acid requirements. But the question becomes, is your body in a state where you're converting those essential fatty acids? Now, the test it's from a company called Omega Quant. Omega Quant, again, this is covered in our book. We cover this in coaching. You work with a doctor. Again, you can get all these details worked out. But here's the conclusion. All right. By testing your omega-3 status approximately every 4 months, You'll have the knowledge to optimize your diet with precision and determine whether omega-3 supplementation is necessary, in addition to eating 1 tablespoon of freshly ground flax seeds or chia seeds per day. If you choose to supplement because your omega-3 status is low, we recommend choosing an algae-based EFA supplement and working with a plant-based physician to determine the proper dose. So that's the final word on that topic. Again, a lot more details in this book. And those are really the main supplements. I mean, you guys, you should be able to get what you need from Whole Foods, okay? And if for any reason you're not, and a result is not coming about, you're not achieving a certain goal, that's when you talk to a qualified health care professional, okay? It could be a registered dietitian. We have registered dietitians on our team. Berberine, we're not going to talk about berberine today. It's a nuanced topic. That's a whole nother live for another day. If you want the best medicinal plant, you just focus on amla. Focus on amla, okay? That's really the best place to start. But again, if for any reason you're following the mastering diabetes method, you really get to a point where you're doing it consistently, you're doing it to a T, and some result is not happening, then we begin having further discussion, okay? Nobody's health is black and white. But I will tell you the basics. The basics are black and white. You either are doing it or you're not doing it. And we got to get the basics right. And that's how it's gonna go down. So this has been fun, guys. You're gonna be able to go watch Cyrus on the Amla Green Facebook page. Just type in Amla Green into Facebook, and you'll be able to go see Cyrus on that Amla Green page and ask him questions. You could even ask him about berberine if you want to. See if he's got time to cover it. This has been fun. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. We're live right here every Friday, 1:00 p.m. Eastern. Again, if you want that yo-yo guide, just write the word yo-yo. If you're on YouTube, we can't get to you because there's no way to write to you. Facebook, we can get to you, we can reach out to you, or you can email us, okay? Or you can contact us on Instagram, right? YouTube doesn't have like a messaging platform. So just write yo-yo if you want that guide. And don't miss out on the Amla Green. Make sure you're following the Amla Green page. Make sure you tune in there and have a lot of fun. All right, guys. Also get a copy of the book. See you later. Have a good one.